See, now if this is not A weighted, you need to go inside there and go into settings and select A weighted. If it's not selected, no weighted might be the one. So you set it to A weighted because that's how it's expected to be done. Okay, in this case. Okay, and then you come in here and measure. And if you need to calibrate, okay, calibration, and you go to a silent location. You should be close to the zero line. If I am speaking, of course it's jumping up. See, that will be enough. So it is known as calibrated because I had earlier done this here. And then say OK. Now you're ready to measure. Now you can measure in this mode, and I am actually screen recording this one in this mode. And screen recording also I have set it to landscape. And let me play some music. You can use a computer also to calibrate this kind of thing, but it's not quite necessary. Okay. Based on the phone hardware, not all will behave the same on everything, so you need to calibrate accordingly. See what you get. So in your room or in the home, you go look for a silent spot and see what lowers down to zero and adjust the calibration accordingly. First set it to A weighted and then do this. This is the better one among all the three that I tested. So I might suggest this one. It also has the spectrum that is a decent.
See, after this, what I do is you need to test and see whether it is working accordingly. So this is not the audio that is there. This I'm adding in later. I actually played Crosby, Stills, Nash Young and then recorded and posted this video, but those are copyrighted materials, so it'll get blocked out. So I had to take it back, and I only realized that it got blocked later. So I had to take it back and remove that audio from here. So you get the idea. The idea is that you need to know a certain audio or something that you can play whose spectrum is known, and then if it matches, then you know that it's reading according to the correct sound. So this is a test to see whether your calibration is right, whether the application is working well on with your phone. So this is the whole idea. So I gave you the complete picture. So you can play your own music and you can just do that. So I guess you have the idea.
Wow. See, that's not the only application. Let me pick another one. Earlier I've already calibrated. You can use one to calibrate the others. You can switch between them. I've got to start it in this mode and then go to landscape. You see, right now, if you give me this one also I have calibrated. This is the calibration button. Earlier I've already calibrated. You can use one to calibrate the others. You can switch between them. You see, right now, if you give me if you given me screenshot like this, then I will be able to see the spectrum, you would be able to see the spectrum as well. This is also A rated. Okay, this is by default is at A. Okay, now is that the one? No, yes, yeah, I've got another one too. Another one. This one only will work in portrait mode. Okay, let me go there. And you play the same set, and you can do this at home. Uh, it was a little bit lower. So what I was doing is that, based on what I think should be the noise level, and it was overly dampened, so I had to. The calibration was set it at a minus level a bit more. Some you need to do that, but some you don't need to. But you know what it should be, because there are some guidelines here and there. In some applications, they give you some, like for example here, it has some guidelines, so you can use that. So these are the three that I use: a sound meter, a sound level meter, and decibel X. Out of which I like this one best. It seems to be.
And with my screen capture, you see the ones that is circled, I can even go and see what are the peak levels that is reaching. Graphically it may not show everything, but it is going quite high. It doesn't have the area under the curve averages, but it is hitting quite high, reaching to about 2000 hertz in all in some places.
You're talking about screen capture, screen capturing video, that is screen recorder. That's what I'm saying. The meter is in the center. Okay, you can start it off. This also has a. You can actually picture the location, and you will get a summary of everything and summary report. You can picture the location. For example, if this location is the noise, I can picture the location and take a picture of the location. I can video the location also. So I can video the location where the noise is, and you'll come up and share your video. But it'll only give you a short.
Some of the things that you do when you initially pick the application, you try many and then finally reject most of the gimmicky ones, useless ones that is not performing to levels. So this, uh, just to tell you that you have to go roll over, repeat them, understand them, and so on, and then finally you come to something that suits you or your system, your phone, or application, an exact for your phone, the systems that you have, and so on. So you have to verify this ourselves. So these are just the clues. For me, I know a few works with my phone. If I change a phone, then I'll have to do this again and see whether it works well. So the audio system now matters. HTC is particularly known for good audio, so it works well for this. Uh, Elsewhere, it might not. So, in which case, some other application may be more suited. So that I have to decide then. Okay. Thank you.